Hello, friends and family. How are you? Surprise! Good morning. Good morning. How are you all today? So, first of all, I think we just wanted to start by singing a little bit of a happy birthday to us, don't we? Just like,
I know, it's our 1-year anniversary of the Limitless CEO. Happy birthday to us. Happy birthday to us. Happy birthday. By the way, for all of Ali's friends and family who are like, who's the crazy chick on Ali's page? Hi, I'm Em. I'm Ali's business partner.
She's my gorgeous partner in crime. She's the reason why I'm here today, basically. I blame it all on her. My door keeps banging. Hang on 1 second. I'm just going to go and shut that. Hang on.
I'll take that blame. That's a great blame to have.
You take the blame. You take the blame. So, ladies,
great to be here. So, if you're seeing us live for the first time, and you have no idea what the Limitless CEO is all about, then you're in for a treat today. But do let us know in the comments if you're watching us for the very first time and you've never seen us before. And then likewise, if you are friends or family of Ali or both of us, please do say hello so that we can welcome you on this morning. And if you are watching on replay, let us know by hashtag Limitless in the comments.
Yes, please do. This is the second part of our current series, The Big Bang Theory for Business. And we are so excited to be here on my personal page. If you haven't seen episode 1 of The Big Bang Theory for Business, then please head over to Em's personal page. I'm going to tag her in this post or just go and look for her. But we did the first part of our series, which was called Too Hot to Shine. It was all about how you can use your passion and your energy and get your message out into the world. This is Aligned Business Architecture Live. It's where we talk about strategy and where we talk energetics in order to get you, your message, your movement, and turn it into a beautiful brand and business to live a life that you love, because that's ultimately what our mission is as the Limitless CEO and has been for the past year. Still can't believe we're one today. And our mission is to redefine what it means to be a CEO as a consciously evolving owner. Both Em and I have spent the first 2 decades. Are we old enough? We don't look old enough to have spent 2 decades in very, very corporate environments, thinking that we wanted to be the CEO in the corner office, wearing a suit and strutting our power stuff. And somewhere along the way, we decided that that wasn't for us. But ultimately now what we are is the CEO of our own businesses, our own lives. We've created a life that is literally overflowing with health and wealth and happiness and freedom, which is why I'm down here in Cornwall and just absolutely loving my summer so far. I've been all over the place with my gorgeous boys, as you've probably seen on my feed, and just loving helping all the women do exactly that who are in our world. So if you aren't part of the Limitless CEO community, if there's anything that you take away from today, please come and be part of our Limitless CEO community. Just come in and be with us and be in our energy. But we're inviting people to come here on my personal page today, because one of the first things that you need to do in business is move. You've got to make the move. So we were on Em's page, we're on my page today, and the third part is going to be somewhere surprising, and you've got to register to find out where that is.
Yeah, we'll drop the registration link in the comments below. So if you haven't already signed up for the full series, we don't want you to miss any part of it. So do go ahead and register, and you'll get the emails to tell you where you can watch the replays, and then where we are going to be next Friday for part 3, our secret location. I guess we just kick off with a really brief intro on who we are within, we've talked about the Limitless CEO as a brand and what we stand for. But we are the first and only duo coaching partnership in the UK, which is really exciting. And my role within that, I am an online business growth strategist and brand creator. So I'm the one that comes in and gives you the vision for where you're going, gives you the direction on how you're going to get there, and then it gives you the steps, the individual actions that you can take in order to move from where you are to where you want to be. So that's me, my beautiful business partner here, who I'm sure you all recognize because we're here on Ali's personal page. I'll let Ali introduce what she does and her amazing work in our partnership.
Oh, thank you. So what I do, I think that there are a couple of key phrases that I think really help explain what I do, because it's actually very intangible in terms of what I do. But there are two things that I always say is that your energy introduces you before you do. It's that feeling that you get from someone before they say anything, before you know who they are. You've got this deep soul connection, this feeling of what's emanating from it. It's a vibe. You know in an instant whether you're going to want to be with them, talk to them, know who they are, want to know more about them, and that comes from your energy. And what I help do in terms of a business sense is help you understand how you can use that energy, that aura, that vibe in your business to help you have a magnetic business. How do you use that? How do you put that into a business sense? That's what I do. And then the second piece of my little pie in the puzzle of the Limitless CEO is all about your mind. One of my favorite sayings, and excuse me if you've got kids around, put your fingers in your ears because I'm going to swear, but your mind can either fuck you up or it can fire you the fuck up. And I help you do the latter. I help you get over that mind noise, that mind chatter, that imposter syndrome, lack of belief, self-doubt. How do you reframe all of that so that you can walk the path? Because that's what Emma dictates. Emma, I never call you Emma. Dictates.
Only when I'm in trouble do I get called Emma.
Your vision. And so many people look at that and go, but I can't do that. And I help you clear that so you can move through and continue to walk that path. That's basically what I do with inside the Limitless CEO.
Yeah, I love that phrase. I guess like if I could summarize in a similar way, for me, I'm all about helping you to stop dreaming it and start doing it. And one of the reasons why we have created this series in the way that we have is because we place a lot of importance on action in business. Like we are big action takers every single day. And we wanted to create a series where you have time to integrate. Like if you follow us through this 3-part series over 3 weeks, we're giving you all of the steps and the strategies and the energetic principles that we have used to grow our business beyond what we even thought was possible for ourselves. So the reason why we've separated it out the way we have is so that you can go away and integrate. And one of the other things that we've done to help you with that process is we've created a workbook, a guidebook for this series, which you can get a free copy of. You can download that book, and it will take you and walk you through all of our strategic and energetic principles. So if you would like a copy of that, just put me please in the comments, and we'll make sure that we get that to you. Ali, did you also want to talk about the prizes that we've got coming up and how you can get in on that action?
I was just going to say, we've got some lovely people watching live with us. So hello, gorgeous Kate. She's one of our Limitless
Hi, Kate.
Limitless women. She's one of our Limitless CEOs inside of our inner circle. We've got Kat Cabell watching as well. And we are celebrating today, as we've said, it is our 1st year anniversary. The Limitless CEO is 1 today, and we wanted to do something really special with this series, which is all about in celebration of what we've achieved in the last year, but also as a thank you for everybody who's been sharing our message out there in the world, particularly to do with the Big Bang series. So if you've been sharing, tagging, liking, commenting, all of those wonderful things to help us get this message out there so that other women can become consciously evolving owners, so that they can start to build businesses that they're wildly in love with, then we wanted to say thank you. And for everybody who's done that, we've put your names in a prize draw, and Em has a little jug there with all of your names and tiny bits of paper. And we're going to draw that now, because the prize is, as a thank you, is to come and have a free coaching session with us as a duo, so that we can help look at your strategy and we can help look at what is limiting you, what is holding you back, so that we can use what we believe is the recipe for limitless success, and that is strategy and energetics. And we're going to give you an hour to go through all of that. So it's very exciting. We don't offer those. You can't buy a one-off session from us. We only ever give them as prizes, but very, very rarely. So Em, who's it going to be? Who are we going to be doing? I'm so excited for this.
Me too. Oh my gosh, I'm going to give it a good shake. Everyone's in there.
Shake, shake, shake.
Shake, shake. Okay. Right. I can't see. Just going to dip my hand in. Okay, I've got one. And it is Jules Hartis. Yay, Jules, amazing.
We'll be in touch. We will be in touch to get that session for you. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts for getting this message out into the world. So thank you. Now we're going to be doing the same again next week. In the final part, there's one more free coaching session up for grabs. So all of the names that are in the hat will stay in the hat. So if you've done it already, thank you. But there are no limits on the number of times your name can go into the hat. And Jules did share us quite a lot. So
yeah, her name is in there a few times because she shared a few times.
She increased her, what do you call it? Her
chances.
Yeah, increase her chances. So if you want to be in with a chance, get sharing, get sharing. So thank you very much. Right, shall we get going?
The easiest way in which you could do that right now is just to share this live video to your feed. So if there's somebody you know that is growing a business or wants to start a business, these lessons are going to be super valuable to them. So just literally hit the share button to your profile and tag us. So we'll be able to see that you've shared it as well. So you will make sure your name goes in. And thank you.
Thank you. Right, let's get to it.
Okay, so I just wanted to put like a little bit of context around the Big Bang Theory for Business, which is the name of this 3-part series. And I was going to talk about how we discovered it, but as time's gone on, I feel like it kind of discovered us in a way. And really how it came about was when I first started my business in the online space, I had previously been a director of a marketing agency. So I was coming into growing an online business for the first time with, I guess, like a bit of knowledge in that area, shall we say, but it was very much a completely different ballgame to anything that I had experienced in my agency life. And I was really trying and testing a lot of new concepts and a lot of different strategies for the first time. And there was a lot of trial and error going on. And it got to the point where I had this very big business model that had a lot going on in it. I was trying to do everything, like everything I was learning, everything I was discovering, I was implementing in my business, which started to become quite overwhelming because I was like, I don't know that I even know which bits are creating the growth. I just know that, I love what I'm doing and, I've got clients and I've got income coming in and all of those good things, but I really wanted to simplify it and be able to share what I was doing in my business with my clients as well. And I remember at the time I had an extension being built on my house and I had this beautiful architectural drawing of the extension next to me on my workbench. I remember thinking, oh gosh, if only I just had a blueprint for business, how easy would that be? Because it's very much the same thing. Like building a dream business is a bit like building a dream home. You need the foundations, you need the systems and the structure to be able to scale it and grow. And that was what inspired me because there wasn't anything like that available in the industry at the time. So I created it. I created a business architect blueprint and I became the business architect in my first business. So that's where the whole idea came from. And then move forward a couple of years, and I was speaking on stage at a UK health coaches event, and alongside me was this incredible character in sparkly red trousers, and I've just found out that I was pregnant that day. Okay, and along came Ali in her sparkly trousers and gave me the biggest hug when I met her, and we just hit it off straight away, didn't we? And I'm gonna let Ali take it from here because what happened next was really the start of, I guess,
a big bang. It was the start of the Big Bang. It was the start of the Big Bang. So friends, family, everybody who follows me, whether you know or don't know, I started my health and happiness coaching, Heal Yourself Happy, in 2018 on the back of a very, very difficult period of my life where I decided that I refused all medicine and decided to take myself on a holistic route in order to heal my broken heart, in order to redefine what I wanted to do in my life, to recover from PTSD, insomnia, eating disorders, and clinical depression. And I went on this journey of self-discovery, and I went on in the pursuit of happiness and how to be happy again. And at the end of that year, my dad said to me, gosh, Ali, I'm so proud of you and everything that you've achieved in the last year. What are you going to do? And I said, I'm going to help other people do exactly the same thing that I've done through the techniques and the journey and the experience that I've been on. And that's when I started Heal Yourself Happy in 2018. And I had a great time. I was so passionate. I had like so many private clients. I think at one point I had 17 private clients on my book. I was loving it, seeing the results. I was just, oh my God, the clients that I was helping with relationships, with business, to redefining what they wanted to do in their life, to rediscovering who they were. It was just insane. And I loved it. But for those of you who know, I'm married to an accountant. He turned to me and he said, Ali, I love seeing you so happy and so passionate in this last year, but darling, you are running a very expensive hobby and you need to either go back to corporate and start getting your 6-figure salary, or you need to start making some serious money in this business. And I was like, oh, I don't want to go back into my corporate life. That part of my chapter is done. And I remember sitting next to this very, very lovely business strategist who sounded like she knew her stuff. So I rang her one day and I said, can you help me? Can you help me get out there? Can you help me get my message? I'm serving all of my friends and family, but I don't know how to get out there. How do I get seen? Because I know I'm very good at what I do, but I don't know how to do that. And I don't know how to charge money because I wasn't doing it for the money. I was just like, oh. And Em said to me, do you know what, Ali, if that's fine, I can absolutely help you. But if it's money now that you want to create, how much money do you want? And I was like, well, do you know what? A couple of grand a month would be lovely to help James and support our family and our finance. And she said, yeah, no problem. We'll do that next month. I was like, okay. And we did. I was like, oh my God. And she was like, well, how much do you want to make now? And I was like, well, how about we double that? She was like, yeah, no problem. Let's go again. Let's use this business architecture again, and we'll go again. And by the end of that year, so I started working with in the beginning of 2020. I made the phone call at the end of 2019, and we started at the beginning of 2020. And by the end of that year, despite there being a global pandemic and despite having to pivot and change our strategy, only 3 months of having defined it, we ended up creating a business that was turning over in excess of 5 figures pretty much every single month. So by the beginning of 2021, I turned around to James and said, can I carry on? He was like, yeah, fill your boots, you carry on. So we realized that we had something incredibly special there in terms of Em's business architecture and my ability to hold faith, have trust, work through all of those mind wobbles and worries. And that's when we decided 1 year ago that we wanted to help other women do this together with us. Is that what I was meant to talk about, Em? Sorry, I've just been completely riffing. And
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And I think it's very important to note this at this point that, you know, this was something initially I just created for myself. And then Ali used this framework for her business to grow and scale. And then when we came together as a team, we used it and have used it over the last 12 months to grow the Limitless CEO brand, making an astonishing in excess of 6 figures in our first 6 months in a brand new brand from nothing, and multiple 6 figures within the first 12 months. So it really does work. And that's what we want to talk to you about today. Because I think what we realized is that in us bringing together the strategic pillars and the energetic principles, we have basically created a business model that has replicated the Big Bang Theory, basically. So the creation of everything on Earth is very much, representative of the way in which we work and the way in which we teach our clients to work and grow their business. And you'll see if you download our workbook that there is this beautiful image of what's called a Metatron's cube out on the front of it, which is symbolic of our methodology. And it's the framework with which we guide you through all of these principles and pillars. And the Metatron's cube is actually the symbol for Big Bang. It's the symbol for the creation of something incredible from nothing. And it's the balance of the feminine and the masculine energy in the world. And if you've never heard that expression before, the masculine is the doing, it's the strategy, and the feminine is the being, it's the energetics. And what we have created is a framework that we've used over and over again ourselves and with our clients and in our own business to just create more and more and, be able to, ignite ideas and ignite the spark within people so that they can channel that energy in the right way, so that they've got a clear path to go on and they've got the confidence to walk on that path. And we always say that we've created a formula for the source of success, which is strategy plus energetics equals limitless success. So do let us know if you want a copy of that workbook. That's going to really help you to do like an honest review and reflection on where you are with your strategy and energetics, and then where you can make your next move.
So I think if you use that workbook in conjunction with these 3 episodes that we're doing as part of the Big Bang Theory, you've got everything you need. You can go away and implement that in your business, in your life, create something from nothing, whether it's a seed of an idea into a business, or whether it's a business that you want to amplify and create and get bigger. The first part, as I said, I think I said it earlier, we did on Em's personal page last week. It was too hot to shine. It was all about your internalized passion and how you can take it out there through your brand, through your social media, through using desire energy and walking with your fears. How do you stop fear limiting you, and how do you let that passion guide you and light you up, and how do you put that through your brand and get you out on social media to get you to be seen? So that then took us now onto the next 4 pieces, the next 2 strategic pillars and the next 2 energetic principles. And this Big Bang Theory episode number 2 is called Let There Be Light. So Em, I know you're going to shed a bit of context and how this fits into the Big Bang Theory, and then how we move it into business. So yeah, I'm handing the mic to you.
Thank you so much. So to put this into context then, about 380,000 years after the Big Bang initially took place, there was a phase that was called recombination. And it caused a period of darkness before the stars and any other bright objects in the universe were formed, and where light could actually be seen and truly shine. Okay, there was this period in time. And what we realized when we understood more about this is that we see this phenomenon taking place in business as well, in the creation and the scaling of business. And it's what we've come to lovingly call the wilderness. And we call it the wilderness because it's this place in your journey where there is nothing. And things aren't happening as quickly as you would like them to. And typically we find that this happens after there's been like a big energy push, and you've had like lots of eager action, and you've been taking lots of steps forward with positive expectation and anticipation that this is the moment that it's all going to go bang, and that your business is just going to explode, and the clients and the money are going to come flooding in. And this is usually the period when you've created this most gorgeous brand, and you've launched it into the world, and now you're showing up on social media, sharing and inspiring and giving lots of value, lots of free value, which is where Ali was when she first came to me. And the problem is you can be loving it and be super passionate about everything you're doing, but nobody's engaging or watching or buying, and there's no money coming in. And it's this very strange period where you kind of feel like you're in the unknown, which is very unsettling. It's like this period of darkness that nothing's happening in, almost like a silent void that can feel quite lonely and quite confusing and fearful. And you start questioning and doubting yourself, and maybe like steering off direction or losing direction, and maybe even feeling like you want to retract back. Like, oh God, maybe I just can't do this. Maybe I should just, quit while I'm ahead. And many people do at this stage. And this is why it's important for us to come and talk to you about it today, because for those that stay and can work through this period, they've got something so special to look forward to on the other side. Because shortly after this period becomes this emerging of the cosmic dark ages, as they call it in the Big Bang Theory, but we call it Let There Be Light. And this is what we're sharing with you today. We're sharing how we move ourselves out of that wilderness and into the light, and exactly what it is that we need to be doing from a strategic perspective whilst we're in the wilderness, and who we need to be. This is the energetics, in order to survive it and to stay on our path and continue to move forward and not feel like we need to turn back and run in the opposite direction. And I think between us, Ali and I have worked with hundreds of women over the time that we've been in our coaching business. And the typical response that we see when people enter the wilderness is this veering off path. And the reaction is typically to go and try and find, or to go and get people. Like, we hear it all the time, like, I want to get a client, I want to get more clients. And this is the biggest downfall, because when when they leave their path, and now suddenly they're running around like blue ass flies all over the place, desperate to find or get people so that they're not alone in the wilderness, they start looking for another way. And maybe it's another coach, maybe it's another program or another book or another course or something that makes them feel like they're doing something and suppress the fear. And this is why it feels so damn hard when you're in it, because running around in the wilderness requires a lot of energy. Like, bouncing all over the place is tiring and exhausting, and you can end up feeling really burnt out, looking in all of the wrong places, and almost like settling, like feeling happy just to get anyone, and it doesn't matter who it is as long as they're willing. And so you're almost compromising your own standards and desires for what this business was supposed to be for you. And the most crazy thing is that whilst you're running around in circles, you're confusing the hell out of everyone that's been following you already, because they don't know where you're going anymore.
So should we go for a reframe?
Yes, please.
Let's go for a reframe. Let's reframe it in your mind. And I would love to know in the comments whether you're watching this live or whether you're watching this on replay, because here comes a big breakthrough. And it was a massive breakthrough for me, for Em, for us, and for so many of our clients that we work with. But it's that you don't need to go and get anyone. You don't need to go and find, search, and look for anyone when you're in business, because they will find you. When you attract them onto your path, when you stay firm on your path to where you're going, when you're lit up with love, when you know what you're doing, when you know who you are, when you're having fun on that path and on that journey, they're going to come and find you. Their path will cross with yours, and they're not going to want to leave. And they're going to come with you because they know where you're going. You're very, very clear. You're not bouncing all over the place. You're going over there. And so you make people feel safe, and you make people feel, I know where she's going, so I'm going to follow her. And this is true leadership. You don't necessarily need to say or do anything, but it's your energy about you, because you're so firm and you're so confident. You know who you are, you know where you're going. People are like, well, God, I'm going to follow her. Leadership is that. It's knowing who you are. I know who I am. I know where I'm going, how I'm going to get there, when I'm going to get there, what steps I'm taking. And there's an invitation to say, do you want to come? You can follow me. We're going into the unknown together, but I'm confident about what's going to happen because I know the end result. And this piece is the energetics. This is how do you become so attractive so that people find you, so that you can stop looking. You attract people, they find you, you become magnetic, your path becomes magnetic. And it all starts from the energetic point of you, finding you on your path. Now, finding your path, this is defining the success. What does success actually mean to you? This is the path. Success is the path, and realigning yourself with that success path every single day so that you firmly walk it step by step by step by step. I'm on the success path. I know where I'm going. I know what I'm doing. But it's also finding you, finding your authentic you on that path. It's staying aligned with you so that you can walk it effortlessly. You know that you don't have to put a mask on, you don't have to be anybody else, you don't have to do anything else, but just be you. And there's such a huge relief in that. Staying aligned with you, doing it you, in your way, on your path. You know how you're going to make decisions. You know how to stay in alignment with who you truly are. And in the words of the wonderful, wonderful thought leader, Brené Brown, true belonging in the wilderness, you are never, ever alone, because you always know and belong to yourself, because you know what you stand for. You know that you can anchor into you, and you will never, ever be alone. And that's where you move from that point of view, using your human design, your strategy, your energy, your authority, knowing who you truly are. And these are the two things that I'm going to be sharing with you today: your success path, and how you can use your human design to know who you truly are, to make those decisions so you stop procrastinating, so you've got absolute clarity. That is what you do. And then that you use that energy to put everything into the strategy that Emma's going to talk to you about now.
Yeah. Oh God, I love that. Okay. So the strategic piece then is like, how do people find you then? And what is it that you need to do to help people find you in the online space? And ultimately, this comes down, like, if you want people to see you, if you want people to find you, you've got to give them vision. You've got to give them that vision to see you. So we do this by creating so much clarity and confidence around yourself and what you have to offer, that people do see you and they see what you have for themselves. They desire it for themselves. So when you become so clear and articulate, speaking it to people so that they can hear and see you and find you, they'll become drawn to you and they'll be activated into action, and they'll want to be by your side. They won't want to leave. Okay, so I'm going to be speaking to you today about 2 ways in which we get really clear and really confident. One of those is through our program and service design and being clear on what it is that we offer. And the other is through your sales and launch strategy, so that you can be out there in the world being seen by the people that you want to walk with. So we're going to start with the energetics today. Ali, back to you.
I'm ready. Right. So I am guessing that you are an entrepreneur. You are an entrepreneur in business, whether that be a business of one or a business of multiples. But I'm guessing that number one thing you want to do is have success in business. That's what we do as entrepreneurs. We want to have levels of success. But what is success? Because everybody is different. To one person, it could be, I just want to have enough to be able to provide food on the table for my family, for myself. But to another, success could be, I want to have my first 7-figure month. I want to have a 7-figure brand. I want to have a multiple 7-figure brand. Success is wildly different and unique to everybody. And it's really important to me in the discovery of the 6 energetic principles. This is the first thing that I ask people. What is success to you? Because it is so important. If you do not know what success means to you, if you do not know what success feels like to you, how will you ever know when you've reached that level of success? How will you ever know when to celebrate? That's what we want to do in business. It's to have fun and to celebrate and have enjoyment. Now, if you're always focusing on your perceived lack of success, you are never going to feel successful. And if you never feel successful, by the laws of attraction, you're only ever going to attract more feelings of feeling unsuccessful. So you're never, ever going to get there. So this is why success energy is so important. And when we work with clients and take them through our aligned business architecture, which is the business architecture with all of the energetics on the inside, this is what we speak to. And we get you to find very, very clearly, what does success mean to you? What are you tangling success up with? And how does it feel to you for this season of your life, for this season of your business, for where you are right now? Now, one of the problems with this success path, if you know, the best thing is if you have that success path and you know what it is, you know where you're going and it feels good. But for many of our clients, they can sometimes feel that the success path is still feeling heavy and uncomfortable. So again, it's so important to ask yourself, is this my success? Because if you don't actually understand what that is, you're never going to feel satisfied, right? So you've got to do this check-in and ask yourself, is this definition of success mine or somebody else's? Is this what I think I should want? Or what somebody else thinks that I should want, or they want for me? Because what we often find that we do, and especially in the online world, is that we're looking at everybody else's level of success and their version of success and how they're celebrating their levels of success. And it might be with a new Louis Vuitton handbag, the 6-figure months, the big balloons with multiple numbers on. It could be the big parties. And you think that that's what you think success looks like, and you're chasing that. But it doesn't feel like that to you. That is not what success feels like to you. Success could feel like, I want to just cook marshmallows on the fire pit. I want to have a house full of like family and friends and salty dogs and hot dogs. And if you're chasing something that doesn't feel good to you, that path is never going to feel aligned to you, and you're not going to find it very comfortable to walk on, because you're chasing somebody else's version, and it becomes so heavy and so hard because it's just uncomfortable and not aligned with you. So this is the first thing that I have learned in walking this success path is that success is, well, there's two things, actually, three things. The first thing is you think that it should be a thing. Success is a thing, a title, a material object. But it's the realization that those things aren't really what success is. It's the feeling behind having the thing that is the success. And what I mean by that is you think success is going to be the title, the paycheck. I know I did when I was in corporate, because it's going to make you feel seen. It's going to make you feel validated. You're going to feel appreciated. A new car is going to make you feel important, and everyone's going to look at you and think, oh, they must be doing well. You know, a new client in your business could make you think, oh, it's all been worth it, and I'm worthy of a new client. A big money month can make you feel so proud for everything. So what I'm saying here is, can you hear? Success is a feeling, not the thing. So you've got to decide, what is the feeling that I want to tangle up with success? Because when you're in this wilderness place, trying to find your people, trying to find your tribe, trying not to be alone, going this way, going that way, keeping on searching, you're going to feel exhausted and frustrated. So you've got to define what that feeling of success is, and you've got to define what it is. And even still, at that point, your ego can come back in, because in the wilderness, you're going to be looking, and it's not going to look like success. Our egos are going to be looking for that material success, that evidence that it's happening. You're going to be looking at the number of followers. You're going to be looking at the number of the amount in your bank account, the number of clients you've said yes. And that is what's going to pull you off the path, because that is not what the success path is all about. The success path is the feeling. So what do? You soothe your ego, and you start to live and breathe the feeling of success now by gathering the evidence of the feeling you know that success is, and creating consciously that feeling of success now and now and now. Success is the path that we walk every single day, not the destination. Success is the feeling and the energy that we move in every single day, because being in the energy of success attracts more success, and more and more and more and more. And you allow yourself to celebrate it and anchor into every single little piece of success, and your ego starts to calm down, and you think, oh, well, I'm feeling successful, and you walk the path. You become magnetic, you become excited. Now, this knowledge has radically changed the way in which I do business. It has radically changed the way in which our clients do business. It's how I can remind them when they say to me, oh, but Ali, my numbers aren't going up, or nobody's engaging. I'm like, but that's not what your definition of success is. Your definition is having fun. Your definition is being in love with everything that you do. Are you still having fun? Oh yeah, I am. Okay. You're successful then. So keep doing it. Keep going. Keep doing what you're doing. Look at your definition of success daily, and intentionally create that feeling in your life. In the context of this wilderness, this is the energy that you walk with. And if you're ready for success, then be successful now. Feel success now. Find the evidence of your success now. Success is never the destination. It's always the path that you walk. It's the feeling, and it's time to tangle up your feelings and meanings of success in a way that makes you feel good. So last week we announced we are doing the next round of the Aligned Business Architecture Live experience, and it starts in the middle of September. And in this program, this is how I'm going to help you define and guide you in creating your own definition of success, because it's one of the biggest things that I struggled with, because it was shedding that perceived success can be shedding like an onion. You think it's one thing, and then you create the next one, but it's still not right. And you have to shed all of these different layers. You have to let go of your conditioning of what success can feel like. And that can feel very uncomfortable. It can make you feel very vulnerable. It's letting go of something that feels safe and something that you felt all your whole life. I thought that I was going to be a CEO of a big business. I was going to be a professional woman in a big corporation, and letting go of that identity was uncomfortable. So I'm going to help you get uncomfortable in order to be able to walk that success path, and know that anybody else's way is not always your way, and it's okay. Aligned Business Architecture, we help you refine and redefine what success is, and then build your business in a way that feels successful to you every single day in every phase of your life. It's going to help you define that path so you can lead yourself out of the wilderness and towards that beautiful oasis that you want to create.
Love that.
Principle number 3. Back to you, how do we put that in? How do we put that in?
That, ladies and gents, is why Ali Mortimer is the #1 energetics coach in the country. Need I say any more? You heard it. Okay.
Being successful right now.
All right, so I'm going to move into strategic pillar #1 now. And this is all about how we define and create your programs and services. So how we take your skills and your passion and all of your experience and turn that into services that sell. Okay, so if you are currently stuck in this social media wilderness where you do feel like you're showing up and you're sharing every day and you're inspiring people and you're giving tons of value, but nobody is buying, they're not inquiring, they're not buying from you, then firstly, it's probably because they don't know what you have to offer or why they would buy. Okay. And I know that this can sound really obvious, but we see it time and time again. And one of the problems that we have with service businesses, so we work with entrepreneurs who have services to sell rather than products. Some of our clients have products as well, but typically they're in a service business. So they're a coach, a consultant, a creator, a therapist of some kind. And when it comes to services, there's no physical product to see. So people can't see it, they can't hold it, they can't, try it on in the same way. So we need to be able to make it tangible for there to be a value associated with a service. Okay, that's one of the problems that we're faced with as service-based entrepreneurs. The other problem is that the old way of selling services that we've been taught and that still is very popular in the industry, but not in our camp, is selling services by the hour. Okay, I give you 1 hour of my time and you give me X amount of money. And the problem with exchanging time for money is there's no tangible value or outcome attached to that at all. So it really is it's like seen as an expense. So if I'm a personal trainer and I offer you 1 hour of my time for 60 quid, like you're probably going to think, wow, that's a lot of money for 1 hour, isn't it? Like, what am I actually going to get out of that 1 hour? Okay. So the way that we approach both of these barriers is, well, barriers to buying, I guess. Like these are people's barriers to buying. And it's a process by which we package your services in a way that people understand the value. So in aligned business architecture, what we do is we take you through the process of creating offers and packages so that they have a perceived value attached to them. Okay. So the first thing that we do with this is we brand your services. So you may be familiar with having a business brand, like an overall brand for your business. So like we have the Limitless CEO is our business brand. But when it comes to creating programs and services, what we need to do is actually create sub brands in our business as well. And there's a number of different ways in which we can do this, which I won't go into all the details today because I'm conscious of your time, but it's very important that we create sub brands that feel very much aligned with the parent brand, but also have their own unique identity. Okay, so we give them a visual identity, which is basically the same of us giving them a packaging. So if it was a product, you would create a beautiful packaging around your product. And this is what we do with our services. We create this gorgeous visual identity. So it's packaged up in a way that people can see it. We also give it words as well. So words or copy, if you don't like to use the term copy, but essentially we give it words that speak to the outcomes and the results of that service. So people, they can see it and they can read it and they understand what it is that they're going to get. We also define in this process how you desire to run that particular service. What's going to be included in that particular package? Like what level are you pitching that particular service at? And how is it going to work? So that when someone says to you, you know, I'm interested, but, you know, tell me what you've got. Like, how does it all work? You can very clearly articulate that to them with confidence. So we identify who our perfect buyer is for this particular service, and we develop a message, words or a narrative, whatever you want to call it, that speaks to that person and what they desire. It's a really important part of the process. And we also show you how to price each of your services at a level where people can buy. They see the value and the investment, and it feels like good value. It feels like a win-win situation. It feels like it's a no-brainer for them for what they desire, and it's a no-brainer for you because it's aligned with your energy in terms of what you're going to give in that particular service. So, you know, I've seen in the past where people discount their services or do it really cheap because they're afraid to ask for the right level of investment. And then afterwards, they feel really resentful because they're giving so much of their time and energy and they're not getting paid enough. So this is what we do. We make sure that your packages and your services are aligned with both your client and also with yourself as well. And here's the thing, without turning your skills and experience and services into valuable offers and packages, as far as your potential buyers are concerned, you're just another coach or another consultant or another therapist. And this process is about making that decision easy for your buyer. Okay, by you packaging your services and being able to talk about them with absolute clarity and confidence, it makes that decision so easy for your buyer when they're comparing or when they're trying to decide whether or not this is the good investment for them. Because if you're in the wilderness, okay, you're here in the wilderness, what if your potential clients are also wandering around the wilderness, not knowing which ways to turn in their life, in their relationship, in their business? Who are they going to want to follow out of the wilderness? They're not going to want to follow the leader that's lost as well. They're going to want to follow the leader that's going to show them the way, that's going to put them on their path and lead the way out. So this is about being that leader and making that decision so easy for your buyer. So what we do is we help you to create these high quality premium service packages that people are really, really excited to buy. Okay. Ali, I'm going to hand back to you for energetic principle number 4.
And that is why back in 2019, 2020, and why our clients feel so held, because you lead us out of the wilderness. It's like, this is what you do. This is your next step. This is where you're going. This is what needs to happen. And you're like, yes, Sam, yes, 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 I'm doing that. I'm following you. Right, the next piece. Oh, this is one of my favorite energetic wheels. I think I say this about every single one, but human design. If you're watching live, if you're watching replay, please let us know. Do you know what I'm talking about when I say human design? In the UK, it's probably a very, very new concept. I know it's quite big now. In America, it's quite big. In Canada, we were first introduced to it probably about a year ago when we started working with our coaches, Jack and Rob from FEM. And Jack is an incredible human design coach, energetics coach, and she uses human design. And it has radically changed the way in which we have run our business in the last 12 months. It is a concept that we've been working on and integrating in our lives, in our businesses, and helping our clients integrate in their lives and in their business. And it has radically changed the way in which we operate every single part of our life and our business, because we know who we truly are. It helps us make decisions with clarity and certainty. It's helped us with our energy, our vitality, our zest for life, how we show up every single day and how we can show up every single day. And it has helped us allow business to be Effortless. It feels effortless because we're doing it in such alignment with who we truly are, because we've aligned with who we were truly meant to be and how we were always meant to operate, rather than the way in which society and conditioning wants us to operate. We align with who we are rather than a 9 to 5 in everything that we do. Human design is simply your energetic DNA. It teaches you about yourself, how you can work, how you interact with your others. It has helped me massively interact with my children. It helps us understand how we can interact with our clients. It is science. It's scientifically proven. It's scientifically proven, and it's spirituality coming in together to inform you about who you truly are. Bring yourself back home to you in your truest essence. It's an awakening of your soul. It's a truly empowering and truly transforming. So let's bring this into the wilderness then. When you are in the wilderness, when you feel totally alone on your path to success, you can know that you're not alone, because you are with you, and you know you, and you like you, and you understand you, and you do not need to find anybody else. You don't need anybody else to make you feel like you belong, that you need anyone else. You belong to you. Working with your human design is one of the most powerful things we believe that you can do to be in tune with yourself, and therefore live your truth and then radiate out in your most purest of energies. And it's in this context of aligned business architecture is what really lights up every single thing that you do, all of the strategic wheels, when you're in your purest of energies, when you're shining your most purest, magnetic, brilliant light, you are your most attractive. And this is how people find you. It's like you are a beacon of light, whitest, brightest light. It's like flies going into that like bright white light that spark. And it is this type of energy that can amplify and magnify every single thing you do. It is why I fully believe that Em had the business architecture framework and she gave it to multiple different people, but it was my energetics, my mind mastery, my ability to light myself up in my purest of energy that blew everybody else out of the water. Sorry, love you all, but I did. And it's what created some insane success in my business. So human design in this sense gave me permission to be me, to be that magnetic, brilliant white light. And it felt like I could just breathe a huge sigh of relief. And I know that the same has been for so many of our private clients who we work with on HD, when we've shared with them their human design readings, that we've had people on the phone, our clients on the phone going, oh my God, now I understand myself. I can take my mask off. I can be me. And it's when you're walking that path of success, you're so aware of yourself that when you fall off that path, your human design enables you to understand yourself so well that you can lead yourself back onto it very, very gently. You know what you can do to keep leading yourself back towards that beautiful oasis and that bliss. Now, there are far too many layers of human design for me to go through. I'm not qualified yet, but I can definitely teach you and share with you a few things that can radically change the way in which you do your business and how you show up for your business. Now, your energy type is your natural state of being and how you can interact authentically in the energy with the energy of the universe. So I'm a generator. So my energetic type is a generator. So as long as I continue to do the things that light me up, that feel good to my soul, I can keep going forever, which is why you're always seeing me out on social media. It's why you're always seeing me do things. It's why I was up at 6:30 doing water skiing. And it's why I'm here this morning. And it's why I'm doing X, Y, and Z and got a house full of guests later. It's why I can do it, because I love it and I can keep going and I can keep going. I can be like a Duracell bunny as long as I follow my yeses. Emma's a projector. She's a slightly different energetic type. I can create my own light source and force of energy. Emma's a projector. She sees things. She can project what she sees for you. She's a visionary and she's a natural leader. So that she's come back to herself. Like, we knew as soon as we were told that Emma was a projector, we were like, well, of course she is. And everyone was like, well, of course you're a generator. It's like, brilliant. I'll just carry on then. But you don't have to do anything else. She is the light. She switches our lights on and I keep them going in simplistic terms. Now, each energetic type, so whether you're a generator, projector, manifesting generator, there's multiple different types, but they each have an authority and a strategy. And using these two together can help you stop procrastinating, flitting this way and then that way and then this way and then doubting yourself and going backwards. This is how you can make wise decisions for your life and for your business and for your future direction. Now, my strategy as a generator is to respond in accordance with my authority, which happens to be my sacral. And this has been huge. This has given me permission to know what I know, to tap into what I know, to follow my sacral, my gut hits. It's allowed me to listen to that, something that I had let go of for a long time because, long story. But now I understand that in order to forge my own path ahead and in my life and in my business, I respond to the situations around me. Do I want this? Yes or no? Do I want to go out for dinner? Yes or no? Do I want to have a drink? Yes or no? Do I want to go to bed? Do I want to do a live? Do I want to do a reel? Do I want to do this? Do I want to do that? Oh, I feel like doing that. This is a yes and a no. This is a uh-huh or uh-uh. And if it's never a hell yes, then it's a no. And it's an immediate, clear response, and I follow it. And I take it. And the more I follow it in the moment, the quicker I'm walking on my path ahead. It's almost like I'm running, and it's brilliant. And the feeling is brilliant and it's great. Now, Em is slightly different because she's a projector. She's got an emotional authority. She still responds to that sacral, but with her emotions, she has to clear her emotions first in order to hear her sacral. So I have to hang about and wait for her. Some would say that's quite annoying, but I don't mind. I'm just like, I'm ready to go, I'm ready to go, I'm ready to go. And she's like, one moment, please.
I just like to feel into things. I know that there'll be people watching that can hear, they can feel me on this.
But it's all good because I know that both my sons have emotional authorities. So rather than me now going, come on, Willie, come on, get on with it, make a decision. I now know just to breathe and let him come to his own terms. And it stops a whole amount of arguments. But that's how you can use it in your life. But it's very, very similar when working with clients and how they can work in their business too. So when you work with your energy type, your authority and your strategy, you can call in a clarity and a certainty that you never knew that was possible. And it's a confidence that comes from knowing that you are acting in alignment with who you truly are. But it's been working with these profile lines that has been one of the most interesting things. So there's 12 combinations of your profile line. And one of the most interesting ways that we have loved and embraced and embodied and practiced and trialed is using our profile lines when it comes to selling. And I know that Em's going to talk to you about selling in a minute. So when you know your lines, I'm a generator, sacral authority 3-6. Em is a projector. She's an emotional authority line 5-1. And it's these lines that they talk to you and tell you in the way in which you can interact, how you like to do things. So Emma's a line 5-1. She loves to be a creative rebel. This means that she loves to do things in her own way, and she loves to show people a different way of doing things. Hello, business architect. She went out there, she did all the research, and she created her own genius way of doing things, and she doesn't stop. This is what she's always doing, and this is what she does when she works with our private clients. She sees everything that they're doing. She says, right, and let's do it this way. She guides you in doing it your way, a different way, a unique way. But she's also quite a nerd. She loves to investigate. She likes to get real clarity, and she loves to plan. It's why we always have spreadsheets all over the place. Emma's like, we're doing it this way and this way and this and this and this. And she likes to map it all out. And it's brilliant. I'm completely different. I'm a line 3-6. So my line 3-6 means that I'm always learning from failures, from mistakes. I'm always in transition. I'm always moving from one thing to the next thing. I love to sell by sharing my story. You probably hear me telling my story all the time, by sharing my mistakes, by sharing my fuck ups and showing you how I led myself out through it, sharing my experiences in the world, and then being that role model for you, saying, I've been where you've been and you can get from here to here. And this is how, and this is why, this is what I did. And I guide from a place of my own personal transformation. So when you know your lines, it shows you in a way in which you can sell, which feels good and aligned to you. And when it feels good and aligned to you, it feels effortless, and everybody wants to listen to what you've got to say, because it's not contrived and it's not forced and it's not hard. It's just you speaking and doing you. Now you can apply all of these lines and these principles and practices in terms of human design into everything that you do in business. So in this context of Aligned Business Architecture Live, whether you come to work with us as a private client, or whether you come to work with us and join us for Aligned Business Architecture Live in September, you will get an understanding of human design. And we will take this into consideration for you and how you can apply it for your life and for your business, your energy, your strategy, your authority, making it effortless for you to make those decisions, to create your programs, to come out and sell, to the way that you want to run your programs and services as well. It has a huge impact on the way you do that, a huge impact on how the way you're going to run your business from a day-to-day perspective, week to week, month to month, year to year, in everything. Now, if you haven't got your human design chart, I'm going to drop a link in the comments later when we finished, but you can go, if you just Google human design, you can go in and find your own human design. You'll need to know your birth date and time, the place you were born. Is that it? I think that's it. And you just go and pop that in and it will give it back to you. So let us know in the comments what energy type you are, what is your authority, and what are your lines, and then we can give you a little bit of a guideline. But go do that. I mean, you can tell I'm so passionate about this topic, and if you bring it into everything that you can do, it will radically change the way in your energy and the way you do business, and it'll be easy.
Amazing. I can honestly say, even as like I'm very much like a scientist and a strategist at heart, and I think in the beginning I was like a little bit skeptical of something like this I hadn't heard of before, but honestly through how we have used this in our lives, in our business, and then how we've integrating this for our clients as well, it's really transformed the way that we do strategy in making it so much more personalized for you, because I can tap into the conversations that Ali's having around your human design. And when I understand your human design, we can then look at your strategy and say, well, okay, well, that strategy in that way is probably not going to work for you because of your human design. But this is going to be perfectly aligned for you. So we can really start to find the things in your strategy that feel really good for you, that you can show up consistently for, and feel that lightness around the work that you're doing. So strategy gets to be really fun and really exciting when you're doing it at that level of alignment.
Strategy is fun. Oh, yes, it is. And now she's even going to hoodwink you into believing that you're going to love selling, because she did that to me. Come on, Em.
Okay, so I'm talking sales and launching here. So this is really about how people find you and buy from you. And I think one of the other common reasons if people are not finding you and buying from you right now is usually because you're not confident talking about it. Because most people don't like sales. Most of us don't come from sales backgrounds. And therefore, when we come into our own business and suddenly we've got to wear all of these hats, and one of them is sales director, it freaks people out completely. And it's almost as though, if I can relate it back to this idea of being in a wilderness, what we typically see is this vagueness happening around the way in which you talk about your offers and the way in which you sell. And the way that I see it in my head is almost like you're standing in the wilderness and you're just kind of shouting like, can anyone hear me? Does anyone want to buy something from me? And then you don't get anything back. So you end up feeling like, well, no one's there. No one can hear me. No one's interested in what I've got to say. Like, I don't know why I'm bothering wasting my breath. Like, I'm not going to keep on standing here shouting because I don't want to look desperate or stupid. And this is what happens with sales. And usually whenever one of our clients says to me, nobody's buying, the first question is, when did you last speak about it? And how often are you speaking about it, your offer, your service? And the other question is, what is it that you're selling right now? And usually these questions are met by this like slightly blank expression of, well, I put a post out about it last week. I did a post once. Maybe was it last week? No, maybe it was like the week before. Anyway, I've definitely put a post out this week about private coaching. I've told people I've got private coaching. And here's the thing. No one is going to find you in the wilderness if you're hiding in a cave or under a rock, or your head is buried. Your head is buried in the sand around your sales and your launch process. And this is what a lot of entrepreneurs do when it comes to sales and launching offers, is that they just avoid it. Just avoid it. Like, oh, I'll talk about it once, and then that was really uncomfortable, and don't want to look salesy, and I don't want to look desperate, so I don't want to say anything. I don't want to do it again. So what we've done, we've made it really, really simple And actually, when I think about it, what we do, it's not really a sales process at all, which probably makes you feel all warm and fuzzy to know that it's not really a sales process, but it's more of a marketing strategy that creates the most beautiful and soulful shopping experience. So it's a buyer-led experience. It's not sales in the way that you might think of sales. It's not that going out there to sell. It's a buyer-led shopping experience where buyers get to enjoy browsing, enjoy trying things on, and enjoy that shopping experience where they lead themselves into a purchase without you having to convince or do anything. And this is why Ali said that you're going to start to love sales and launching, because what we have done is we've created a very simple sequence. Here's my, is it my line 1, Ali? Or no, my line 5, where I like to do things in our own way.
Your own
But
way.
we've created a very simple sequence for launching. And I've called it my ABC launch strategy, which is actually a little bit deceiving because it's actually A, B, C, D, E, F. There's actually 6 steps to it. But ABC launch strategy is much easier to say. So first of all, the A, activate it. Okay, that's the first thing we do when we launch, is we activate people. The second thing, the B, we brand it. We go through the process of branding for our launch for all of the reasons that I talked about earlier in the creative design of your services. We have to brand them to make them tangible. The C is we context set. Okay, so we put the context around why. Like, why is this service or this program the best thing since sliced bread? Why would I want it? Why would I desire it? Why would I desire to work with you on this? Okay, so we really put the context around it and get clarity on our message. D is we deliver the details. Okay, so people want to know all of the, what's included and how does it work and what is the investment. So it's really important to make sure that you're transparent with all of the details as well. And then E, we embody it. And this process of embodiment is about you being the brightest, shiniest example of the transformation that happens when somebody goes through this particular program or service with you. And then the F is about following through. And this is where we keep the action, keep the energy going all the way through to even when the program or the services have already started. Because typically what happens is people wait until the last minute, or they even wait until after something started before they jump into it. Don't ask me why they do, but they do. So this is just
FOMO.
Sorry,
they get FOMO and they're like, oh,
FOMO, maybe.
I want to go.
Well, or I think they've talked themselves out of it, and then they realize, shit, I actually really want to do this. I wonder if it's too late. And it's never too late. So, well, sometimes it's too late, but usually we always get people jumping in at the last minute. So A, B, C, D, E, F. This is a simple sequence for launching. And what we do with you through the Aligned Business Architecture process is we map these out over your launch period. So we decide on how long your launch period is going to be, and we map it out. So we help you to create this for yourself in terms of planning it out. So this is where I get to bring out my spreadsheets. Woohoo! Love a good spreadsheet and a plan. So that you know every single day of your launch what it is that you're supposed to be doing. And you don't have to feel stressed or overwhelmed or what do I do next? And then we help you to create all of the moving parts that go into that launch. So you've got everything ready up front before you start, typically, so that it's effortless. And your job is just to keep on that plan, make sure you're doing the things in the right order at the right time. So this could include things like helping you to create launch videos, like incredible launch videos that get people really excited about it. We help you to create beautiful, stunning visuals that put that packaging around it and tie it up with a bow so people understand what it is they're getting. We help you with your words. Okay, so I am a master of words. For those of you that have recently taken Away with Words, which was our copywriting program, we help you to create marketing message words around what you're doing so that people are clear. you are clear so that you can talk about it really confidently, and you can share the outcomes and the benefits and the transformation, and help people to understand the value of what you've got. We also help you in terms of your social posts. So what do I post when? And what am I talking about along this launch? So you're not coming to your desk every day and thinking, oh, what do I need to say today? What do I need to, oh, I don't know what to post today. So we really help you with your social media as well, and make sure that your social content and your plan for your social media is aligned to what it is that you're selling at the time, so that everything's tied in and you're not confusing people. And then we also help you on how you can deliver live content as well. So how you can get confident going live and talking about what you've got to offer and sharing it in a way that people, they feel your excitement and your energy for it, and it gets them fired up as well. So if you're excited, they get excited too. We'll also help you on how you can create launch events. So we'll show you how you can build out registration pages using the technology that we use to run our business. It's called Kajabi. It's amazing. We have one system that runs our entire business for us, and we're going to show you how to use that as well. So we'll show you how to create beautiful designed web pages where people can come and register for events, pages where you can display and talk about your offer. We'll also show you how you can create automated emails as well. So you create the email once, and then it automatically gets sent out to everybody when they register. And it reminds them about your events as well. So this is where we're really smart about how we work and how we use our energy, is that we do things once, and then we are replicating, we're automating and making the actual launch as effortless as possible for us, so that we can come in our best energy and deliver our social media, deliver our live content, and we know that we've got all the support structure in place and everything else is happening in the background, which is really cool. We also teach you on how to deliver those live events as well, whether it's a masterclass, a webinar, a series like this one that you're watching now. We'll show you how you can do that and how you can use them to activate people. And then when you have all of these elements and a step-by-step plan of what to do, launching becomes really, really exciting and such a fun part of your business. I think it's like it's the period of our business that we feel the most fired up. Ali and I said to each other this morning, oh my God, I'm buzzing with energy, and I have been for the last few weeks because we've been in a launch phase. And not only is it great for us and for you, it's enjoyable experience for your buyer as well. Like that you're not doing sales calls, you're not dropping DMs into people's box, trying to get them to buy, which I hate, by the way. That you don't have to offer discounts, you don't have to do free coaching first, just so people can experience you. You don't have to build out expensive websites or any of those things. It's just about creating this really amazing shopping experience for your buyer. Okay, nobody likes to be sold to, but people do love to buy. I love to buy in a way that feels good for me. I love to go shopping and to try things and to invest in things that feel really exciting for me. And this is what we do in your business, is we create that experience, that customer journey where buyers lead themselves into what you have to offer. And when you've got a sales and a launch strategy like that, everything feels very different. Okay. So
I'm a convert.
Sorry?
I'm a convert. I used to hate selling, and now I
know you did.
Oh, share is sharing everything that we have on offer that gets me so excited. I think, your two pieces that you've shared today, were just in this very succinct way. If you're creating programs and services that you love and you know that work for you and have worked for others, then it becomes very, very easy to come out there and offer them up to everybody else, because you have so much belief in them that you're not selling, you're sharing, you're telling stories, you're showing people the outcomes that they can have too. And it doesn't ever feel like that, the whole car salesman piece. So thanks, Em. I love that.
Me too. Okay, so these have been some of the fundamental pillars and principles of aligned business architecture that we've shared today, to help you with your growth and your scalability journey. We also delivered episode 1 last week, Too Hot to Shine. where we very much shared like how you can release all of your passion and your fire into the world through your brand and your social media, and also how you can tap into your desire and navigate fear as well. So there were 2 strategic and 2 energetic principles that we shared last week. You can go and watch those on replay over on my personal business page. And then next week, we're going to be live with the final part of this series, which is called More Stars, More Galaxies. Love this. And we're going to be teaching you how you can create more and more and more freedom, more joy, more wealth, attract more clients, make more money, have more happiness, flexibility, confidence. This is how you skyrocket to your next level and create limitless success. I'm going to be sharing that in the final part next week, so make sure you're registered for that. But if you have heard enough today and you feel confident to go away and do this for yourself, please do download our workbook. That's going to help you. And if you feel like you know that, sorry, I got ahead of myself there. Go and download the workbook, because I think that's going to really help you to take what you've learned today and start to implement that.
It's got loads of really great prompts. It's got loads of really great prompts. You can go back and watch the videos, take what you need, work out what's missing. It's brilliant, if I do say so myself, because we use it. We take ourselves through it all the time.
Yeah. However, if you know that this is what you need to reach your next level in business, we have got the most incredible opportunity for you to come and do this with us for the next 6 months of your life. Okay. You've heard us talk about Aligned Business Architecture Live. It starts on the 19th of September. Okay. This is a brand new adventure. It's a brand new program for us. Aligned Business Architecture, the live experience. Ali, what is going to happen when they decide to join this program?
Well, I'm all about the feeling, so let's go with feelings now, shall we? So the minute you say yes to this, if we've activated you last week, this week, if you're just like, you're going to feel so excited, but I also know that you're going to feel scared at the same time, because you know that you're about to do something that's going to take you to somewhere where you've never been before. Hence why this is the Big Bang Theory. This is why it's Star Trek. You're going into galaxies unknown. You're taking yourself to somewhere you've never been before. And it's exciting, and it's also scary at the same time, but you're going to feel so incredibly supported. It's just like everything that we've been talking about today. You've been in the wilderness, you've been looking all around, you don't know what you're doing, but you're going to feel so safe, so guided, and so supported, because you've got 2 guides with you. You've got Em showing you the path that you can walk, giving you every single step. And then you've got me giving you the confidence to do that action. I know from past experience, when I've made big, bold decisions like this, I've just suddenly felt so relieved, because you've suddenly got this very, very clear path ahead of you. You know where you're going to go, but you don't actually have to do it on your own. Yeah. You don't have to do it on your own. You don't have to guess. You don't have to keep looking for the right way. You don't have to keep trying things that don't work, that might not work. You're in your head. Is this going to work? Is that going to work? Is it a waste of my time? Mm-hmm. You just have this huge sense of relief to know, right, I've got a path, and this is where I'm going to be going, and this is what I'm doing for the next 6 months here.
Yeah. And I think there's also going to be this feeling of like a load has been lifted, like the pressure that you're feeling has been taken off, so that you can really start to enjoy and feel excited and in love with your business again, or your future, if you haven't even started your business yet. So wherever you are in your journey, this will work for you. And it's going to give you this like real clarity in your head. So like sometimes you may feel really foggy in your head. And what we're going to do is just clear the fog away and make you feel like you've got that mental clarity. Okay. But also like physically as well, you'll feel that like sense of ease in your body, where you don't have to feel anxious anymore. You don't have to have like that tension in your body or knots in the stomach that you get when you've got like nervousness about things, or God forbid, nail biting, or whatever it is that you do when you feel that like nervous energy. We're going to clear all of that out so that you've got total peace of mind, that you're on the right path, you know where you're going, you can stop doubting, questioning yourself, and just feel really empowered around your own decisions. Okay. So why do this with us? Why come on this journey with us? So I guess like first,
it's like fun.
because it's so much fun. But yes, but also we've developed a growth model that is tried and tested and works. Okay, I developed it for me to start with. I gave it to Ali, and it created unprecedented growth, like unrealistic results in her business. We used it together as the Limitless CEO for the last 12 months and developed a multiple six-figure brand in less than 12 months. And we're seeing our clients get results as well, because it's so easy to follow and it's easy to implement when you know how. And also we use it to assess, where can you make improvements? Where can you continue to up level? And because it's a model and it's a cyclical model, once you know it, you can't unknow it. So you just keep taking yourself around it. And every time you do, you up level. Every time you go round the business architecture wheel, you up level. So you can continue to use this in your business for your future growth and for scaling as well.
I wanted to say as well, why us and why this business model is, as you said, it's a framework, it's a model, it's tried and tested, but it's also a very flexible model, and it works with wherever you are in order for you to get to wherever you want to go. It's a very, very clear model. It's not just airy fairy, it's very defined, it's very, very clear, but it's very, very flexible, so that you can use it to respond to whatever's happening. So when I first started working with Em, we defined everything that we were going to do based on everything within the business architecture. And 3 months later, a global pandemic happened. We were put into lockdown. No one was spending money. Nobody knew what was going on. Everything was like, oh my goodness, no one's going to be spending money on anything. And it was, we'd never been in this situation before. And I could have used every single reason to stop my business, stop investing, stop going. But we used this model to pivot, and we changed the strategy and we changed what we did. And I grew my business exponentially. And I think maybe there's something to speak about that now, as we sit in very, very strange outside circumstances. You know, there's wars going on, there's a recession, we don't know how much oil price is going to be, electricity price is going to be, job security, all of these kinds of things. And it's like, there is never going to be a right time to start a business, because even if business was booming and the economy was booming, you'd probably find that your ego, that your mind is going to come in and say, but everybody's doing it, so why would I do it now? So when are you going to do it? This is when we come out of our mind and you go into your heart, you go into your soul. And if what we're talking about is something that is speaking to your soul, you do it. Because in every war, in every difficult time, in every recession, there is always going to be an opportunity for someone. There are always going to be people who make it, whatever happens, whatever the circumstances. Yeah. And I just wanted to speak to that. This is a model that's going to take you through everything.
Yeah, I think that's really important. Like, there are always winners. Like, there's never going to be the perfect time at all. And in my mind, we can allow the outside circumstances to dictate our decisions and to influence what we do, or we can be the ones that say, do you know what? I appreciate it. I see it. I know that it's going on, but I'm going to choose to be like, to do it my way. I'm going to choose to not be a part of that. I'm not going to be a part of the problem. I'm going to be the one who looks for the opportunity in this. And I think that's like all credit to Ali in terms of what we did through the pandemic as well, is that we were in very difficult times just then, but that wasn't the reason not to do it and not to grow.
It wasn't.
So I think like one of the other
Back on topic, we've gone off there. Why us? I think one of the other really important reasons is that you get two coaches in one. Yes. We are the first and only duo coaches that we're aware of in the UK who operate within our zones of genius. Em is a genius when it comes to branding, to vision, to business strategy, and she's very passionate and very, very good at what she does. She's got some huge names under her belt, multi-million-pound businesses under her belt, but now she decides to do it for women entrepreneurs. I am incredibly passionate about what I do in terms of the energetics, and have seen the results of what this magnetism, what this trust, this belief, this faith, this mastery of your mind can do. And you only get that with the two of us working with you together, rather than one and then the other, either or. It's and together with us both at the same time. And we've got collectively 40 years worth of experience to bring to you and help you and guide you and shine the light and help you get the results that you want through working with the two of us.
Yeah, love that. So what can you expect from this program? Like from my side, strategically, what I will do for you is to help you to create a really authentic, professional, cohesive, and just absolutely stunning brand that people buy into and stay loyal to. Okay. I will also show you a way to do and to love social media that doesn't feel heavy and it converts to sales. Okay. I'll help you to design a suite of programs and services that you're so excited about. You cannot wait to talk about them all the time and you love to deliver them. And most of all, people can't wait to buy them. I will help you to fall in love with sales. No, really help you to fall in love with sales and the launch process and show you how effortless that can be. And then we will also plan your whole year and how you're going to hit your income goals with absolute confidence and help you to create a business model that can generate multiple income streams all year round so that you feel so supported and so excited about the growth and the future of your business.
So I forgot to take myself off mute then. So how am I going to help you? This is really exciting for those of people who've done the well-balanced business before. This is an up-leveled, integrated, this is aligned business architecture. This is the business architecture, but this time we're bringing the power of energetics into this program. I'm going to show you how. I'm going to help you become magnetic. I'm going to help you and guide you and show you how you can turn yourself the fuck on so that you can be the leader of your brand with that confidence, with that clarity, so that you are shining your purest light so that people find you. They cannot wait to be around you. Start attracting people. I'm going to show you, teach you, guide you to have this unwavering faith and belief to keep walking the path when there's no evidence around you. To have that belief in yourself, to have that trust in yourself, to something bigger, the industry, everything. You're going to have absolute, unshakable trust because you know that everything is happening for you, whatever the circumstances. But the biggest piece that I believe that aligned business architecture with the energetics and the business architecture together has given us is the confidence in the woman that you become as you embody every single thing, as you take yourself round the strategy, as you do the things, as you take the actions in the energy, practicing the energetic principles and bringing that in so that you become the limitless CEO that is going to have everybody watching and saying, holy shit, what's she on? I want some of what she's got. I want to do what she wants to do. It is honestly, I cannot tell you the number of people who are now our private clients because they have been watching us and saying, I just want to do what you do. Can you help me? I want to do what you do. I've got an idea. Can you help me? Yes, we can. That's exactly what aligned business architecture does. And one of the biggest pieces that we're introducing through aligned business architecture, I can't even say it. Oh, I'm so excited. Aligned business architecture live is this accountability piece. It's the partnership. The thing that Em and I have realized in becoming partners as the Limitless CEO a year ago. So we said goodbye to our beautiful brands and came together with the Limitless CEO is this partnership. We have held each other accountable through the highs and through the lows. When life has gotten hard, we've held each other accountable to showing up, to doing the work, to being the Limitless CEO every week. And we've got some really fun stuff designed to bring that into practice when you come into aligned business architecture, to hold you accountable, to keep you walking that path, keep that pace going when everything around you is chaos. How do you keep walking that path? Mm-hmm. And Emma, you're doing this next piece. Go on. Sorry.
Yeah, I was just going to say, like, finally, like the one of the biggest things for me that you're going to get through this program that you might not have got through other programs or through a book or a free session or a course that you take yourself through is that we will support you and guide you and hold you to doing the work. Okay, this is about you investing your time, your money, your energy into your dreams, like into your future. And we want you to make sure that you get the most from that experience. And I truly believe in 6 months, your business is going to be recognizable, because you're going to have the accountability and you're going to be integrating. So it can't not be. So we're really excited about this. And I think like one of the main reasons why we believe in it so strongly and why we are so excited about this next 6 months is that we're going to be leading ourselves through this as well. And every time we go back through aligned business architecture ourselves, we up level our business, our lives, our income. We have more freedom. We feel happier. We up level our leadership. We reinforce our belief and our trust, and we become so much more magnetic. And I'm excited because we're going to be doing this with you, and we're going to be an example. Everything we're going to be taking you through, you will have an example from us, because we're going to be doing it at the same time, which is really exciting.
So excited. I'm so excited for the women coming, because I know that you are going to feel amazing. We have never been more magnetic right now. We've never been so clear on our strategy. We've never been so clear on where we're going. We've never been so aligned. We are complete. I mean, you can probably tell we're so lit up by the Big Bang Theory for business and aligned business architecture. This is our new signature program. You can only get it if you come and work with us privately, or in the Aligned Business Architecture Live, or by downloading our workbooks. This is what we love. This is what we're so passionate about. And we want to do it with you for the next 6 months. Walking alongside us, feeling our energy, being accountable with us, to us, being on this journey live together in the moment, every single step, us holding you up when you fall over, holding you accountable to your vision, your dreams, and your actions. And that is one of the most powerful things. As Em said, it's the integration and the accountability. It's not just buying the book. It's not just the purchase of the program or the investment in the coach. It's the investment in the time in learning how to practice and become the masters of everything that we've been talking about in aligned business architecture, the business architecture and the energetics. It's how you become the limitless woman, the limitless CEO. But don't just take our word for it, right, Em?
No, I mean, obviously, like we're super excited about it, but I think I would also encourage you to go and see what other women are saying about working with us. If you go into the Limitless CEO community, our private Facebook group, there's a whole section in the guides section of that group full of testimonials and beautiful words from women that have either worked with us privately or through our programs. And I would really encourage you to go and see what they're saying as well. And I think if I can think of like the one thing that I hear our clients say to us the most, it's usually, thank God I've got both of you. Thank God I've got both of you, because sometimes, you know, you're going to be really clear on your strategy and where you're going, but you end up having a bit of an energetic wobble about it and start to self-doubt and question what you're doing. And that's where Ali comes in with all of her mind mastery and her energetics magic and holds you back on the path. And there'll also be times when like you feel really good in yourself and you're really motivated and you're like, I'm unstoppable, but I'm lost and I don't know which direction I'm going in. I don't know what I need to do next or how to do it. And this is where I can give you that vision, that direction, and the action. So thank God I've got both of you is what other women are saying. We have got 1 week left before the investment of this program is going up in price. Ali, do you want to talk about our offer for now?
I will do. Our offer for this next week is we've called it pioneer pricing, because pioneers are the entrepreneurs going where they've never been before. So it's pioneer pricing for 1 more week. You can get involved with us in Aligned Business Architecture, the live experience, for £2,500 for a 6-month experience with us. It will be going up to £3,000 on the 3rd of September. So you've got until the 2nd to jump in on that pioneer pricing and get that wonderful discount. Or you can pay in installments. We know that some people prefer to pay installments, which is absolutely fine. So you can make a monthly payment for 6 months of £444 on pioneer pricing. Or if you want to wait until you've got all the details and the beautiful landing pages and you've got all of the final pieces of the puzzle, then it's £555 for 6 months. So it's totally up to you. You can jump on in now on pioneer pricing, or you can wait until you've got all of the final pieces of the puzzle to make your decisions. It's totally up to you. Blast off is the 19th of September, and we will be skyrocketing to our next level. And we hope that you join us as well.
Amazing. All right, I think that's a wrap, unless there's anything else that you wanted to say. Obviously, if you've got any questions, please do feel free to jump into our DMs on Facebook and ask any questions. Otherwise, we hope to see you
next week
for part 3. More stars, more galaxies. We'll drop that registration link so that you know where to find us in our top secret location next week. And just have an amazing, long, incredible bank holiday weekend if you're here in the UK.
Lots of love. Thank you for watching. Can't find them.